Today, we're diving into a fierce, multi-billion-dollar corporate battle. And here's the thing, it's hiding in plain sight, right there in the refrigerated aisle of your local grocery store. This is the war for your protein shake.
You know what I'm talking about. You see them all lined up. Premier Protein, Fairlife, Muscle Milk. On the surface, they all seem kind of the same, right? But behind those bottles is this high-stakes fight for dominance, and it's all driven by some really powerful strategies and, of course, our own shifting tastes. Okay, let's get into it.
And the stakes? Well, they are absolutely enormous. We're talking about a global market for ready-to-drink nutrition that could be worth as much as $32.8 billion. Yeah, this is not just some niche fitness product anymore, it's a mainstream consumer giant.
So right now, North America is without a doubt the heavyweight champion. It accounts for almost 40% of all the revenue. But here's the catch. This slide tells us where the market has been, not where it's going. The real action, the future growth, that's happening somewhere else entirely.
And here is that future. Just look at the Asia-Pacific region. It is set to absolutely explode with a projected annual growth rate over 9%. You've got rising incomes, more active lifestyles. It's creating this massive new customer base, and it's turning this whole thing into a truly global war.
So, what is fueling this incredible boom? I mean, it's not just for bodybuilders anymore, right? The entire consumer landscape has shifted, and it's created the perfect conditions for this market to just take off.
It really comes down to this powerful, perfect storm of three big trends. First, there's been a huge spike in health consciousness. People are actively looking for nutritious alternatives to sugary drinks. Second, more of us are just getting active. And third, our lives are busy, we're always on the go, and we demand convenience. Well, guess what? A protein shake perfectly ticks all three of those boxes. But here's the twist. This booming demand has actually created a massive headache for the companies in the game. It's a classic business paradox. Giving customers exactly what they want is becoming harder and way more expensive than ever before.
And this is the core of the problem, this tension right here. On one side, you've got us, the consumers, and we're demanding cleaner labels, natural ingredients, more plant-based options. But on the other side, those very demands create huge problems for businesses. You know, premium ingredients mean volatile pricing, higher costs, and just brutal competition. So how are the biggest brands trying to navigate this challenge? Well, each one has a totally unique playbook. Let's meet the heavyweights and see exactly how they're fighting to win this thing.
Okay, here's a quick look at the top contenders. You'll notice they're all kind of clustered around that 20 to 30 gram protein mark, and most of them are boasting only 1 gram of sugar. But the real difference, the secret to their entire strategy, is in the protein source. That's the real battleground.
First up, we've got the current champion of the mainstream market, Premier Protein, which is owned by Bellring Brands. Their strategy is simple, but man, is it effective. Win over the masses. How? By focusing relentlessly on taste and just being everywhere.
Bellring pulls off this brilliant move called the barbell strategy. See, with Premier Protein, they lock down the high-volume casual consumer. But then, at the other end of the barbell, their brand Dymatize targets the high-margin, super serious athlete. By capturing both ends of the market, they build this powerful moat around their business, leaving very little room for competitors to find a weak spot. It's pretty smart.
Now, enter the challenger, Fairlife, and it's backed by the immense power of Coca-Cola. Now, they aren't trying to be just another protein shake. They're trying to redefine the whole category with a strategy that I like to call the purity play.
In this one sentence, this is their secret weapon. By emphasizing that their protein comes from real, ultra-filtered milk, which basically just means they filter milk to concentrate the protein and get rid of most of the sugar, they subtly position their product not as a supplement, but as a superior form of food. It is a genius marketing move that frames every other competitor out there as being less natural.
All right, next up is a legacy brand you definitely know, Muscle Milk. After being bought by PepsiCo, it's undergoing this massive reinvention. Their strategy is a high-stakes gamble we can call the Great Reboot.
Just look at this timeline. PepsiCo is trying so hard to shed Muscle Milk's old-school, hardcore bodybuilding image and reposition it for the modern wellness consumer. But the crucial moment, the real showdown, is going to come in 2026. That's when they plan a major reformulation using, you guessed it, ultra-filtered milk. That is a direct shot at Fairlife's biggest advantage. So, we've seen the global strategies.
Now let's see how they actually play out on the ground in a specific, hyper-competitive market, South Korea, which is one of the fastest-growing battlegrounds in the entire world.
This slide just shows the clear divide in the market so perfectly. You've got the global giants like Premier Protein, and they enter through club stores like Costco, positioned as these premium imports. But they face this intense pressure from local champions, like a brand called Male Selects, which are competitively priced, available in literally every convenience store, and are tailored to local tastes. It's a classic business duel: global scale versus local agility.
All of this intense competition really sets the stage for what's coming next. So what is next? Well, the next round in the protein wars is going to be fought on entirely new fronts.
I think 3 key trends are going to define the winners of tomorrow. First, hyper-personalization. Think using AI to recommend the perfect product just for you and your goals. Second, sustainability is no longer going to be optional. Recyclable packaging, ethical sourcing, that's going to be mandatory. And finally, get ready for new protein sources. We're talking everything from insect to microbial proteins, all ready to challenge the dominance of dairy and soy.
Which kind of brings us to our final question. As technology and our tastes keep evolving, what's ultimately going to determine the champion of this war? Is it going to be the company with the most scientifically advanced formula, or is it the one that tells the most compelling, the most trustworthy story? Now that is something to think about next time you're in the grocery aisle.